All right, well, welcome back. If you finished example number 1 on finding the standard form of an equation of an ellipse, we're going to go through another example, given some different criteria. Once again, you can see all the information they have for the how to find the ellipse is right up here. But let's go through. Now, like I said before, the key things in finding ellipse, once again, are find the center. First, find the major axis, and that will allow you to help you find the A and the B values you need to finish the equation. All right, so given this, we are given a equation where we are now have a foci are located at the origin. Let's change this color and red so it's easier to see. At 0, 0, and then we have at 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 0. All right, the major axis length is 8. So what that means is that the foci and the major axis are all on the same line. They're all on the same major axis. So when we have this is what we need to do. Knowing that our major axis is on the same line as the foci, all right, this is going to be our major axis. So what does that tell us? Well, it tells us when we write our standard equation, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals 1. Our major axis is going to be horizontal. Major is horizontal. What that also tells us then is that a squared is going to be underneath the x value, and b squared is going to be under the y because the x is the horizontal, all right, horizontal variable. Now, the next thing is that we know the center is always located c units away from of the foci. All right. So, given these foci, we know the center is going to be the midpoint of these two values. So, where's the middle? Well, the middle is going to be located right here. How do you do that? You can find the midpoint by taking 0 plus 4, the x value, x1 plus x2, and then divide by 2. Divide by 2, and then take our y's. We take 0 plus 0, divide by 2, and can you realize that you see it's going to be 2, 0. And here's our center. So we can then go over here and write this out. We know that we have x minus 2 squared, and then we have y minus 0 squared, which is just y squared. That's going to equal 1. And now let's find some other values. We also know the major axis length is 8. Well, that means that since the whole length is 8, and we know that A, major axis length, equals 2A. So that means that A has to equal 4. So from the center, which is right here, the center, all right, to the vertices, A units away. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have, this would equal A, so that would be a vertex 1. You don't need this, but this will just help you find out. 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be vertex 2. Both these lengths are A. Together, they equal 8, so this one and this one will be 4. So from here, we can write our A value, which is 4. Take 4 squared, which is going to be 16. And now we got to figure out our B value, okay, which is B squared. Now to do that, obviously we don't know our minor axis. So we're going to use one of the other equations. And this equation can be seen right here. That one. Because C is for the foci, and A is for the vertices, B is the minor axis. So we're going to take our values for A. We can see that C, all right, which is the center to the one of the foci, is going to equal 2. We can then go over here, extend this page a little bit. We're going to take C squared, which equals A squared minus B squared. So C being 2 squared, A, which is 4 squared, minus B squared. And now we're going to solve for B squared. We're going to have 4. That's going to equal 16 minus B squared. I can add B squared to the other side, subtract 4 to the other one, we have B squared equals 12. We then take 12 and substitute it in here, and we find our final equation. It's going to be x minus 2 squared over 16 plus y squared over 12, and that equals 1. And that is the equation of the ellipse. Once again, the key things that we stated: find the center first by using the information, if possible. Identify the major axis, because that will allow you to identify where does A and B go, respectively, and then we look at the information to find A, B, or C. Well, this is a second example. We're going to have another example in just a little bit on the next tutorial.